Welcome! My name is Twin229, and I will be guiding you through the journey to defeat the new skilling boss, Gate of Elidinis. First things first, a couple of disclaimers. These are day 1 strats, so don't expect perfection. Also, these are my preferred solo methods. As a very casual player, this is how I find it to be an enjoyable and sustainable boss. Without further ado, let's get to it. First things first, to fight this boss, you must first complete the questline that culminates in Ode to the Devourer. Here, you will fight a much more intense version of this boss. Start by going to the corner of the first crystal. Click each Larin to start and immediately click the crystal. Your goal is about 40 moonstones, but to be safe, I'd chisel 55 to 60, which lasts the entire encounter. Now, go charge the pylons. To avoid fatal damage, they must be at 30% for the first special attack. Each time that attack goes off, it drains 30% of the shield. The shield does not block all the damage, you must be standing behind it. I usually get it to about 60 or 70%. Throughout the fight, you will accumulate stacks of corruption that deal a certain amount of damage depending on if you are in front of or behind the barrier. These stacks can only be cleansed when you are using each Larin special and hit the gate with the number of shards of Elidinis. To get these shards, you must perform various skills. First, divine the corruption away by clicking the red rocks, then mine the blue rocks until depleted of shards. Each shard can hit for 2500 damage, but that damage can increase by up to 25% if you pass the agility check in the special phase. However, during your skilling, the boss will be attacking you the whole time. There are a few notable special attacks to watch out for. The boss shouts "Begone." This is a special attack in which a blast of undodgeable energy is shot at the player. Deals 18% of damage if you have shield that's 30%, or about 60% if you are in front or don't have a charged shield. Next, the boss shouts "Rot and Suffer." This is when the boss targets all but 2 shards with a 9x9 AoE. This deals 25% damage if caught in the blast, adding 10 corruption. Note, it does not target dead shards. And finally, Feline Onks. The gate summons 1 to 2 Feline Ox, which heal the gate. Dealing damage with your crystal deals 7500 damage, meaning 2 clicks can easily kill them, using 4 of your moon shards in the process. And then there is also your special action. Clicking on the Ankh in the corner causes 4 pillars to spawn. Click them as soon as they spawn in, then click the gate. You will use all of your gathered shard, cleansing some of your corruption as well as dealing massive damage, to 25% boosted per shard. The gate will then charge its ultimate. You have about 6 seconds. Make your way to each Larin's health bubble, which will fully heal you and negate/heal all incoming damage. This is your main source of damage. To begin the fight, the gate starts with 9 auto attacks. He then shouts "Begone," followed by 6 more autos, with the boss shouting "Rot and Suffer," which is the second auto attack. And then the boss just goes into a loop of rotation. This is 6 auto attacks, during the 4th auto attack he shouts "Children to me," summoning either 1 or 2 of the felines. Then he shouts "Begone," does 6 more auto attacks, then shouts "Rot and Suffer." And this repeats until you die or he dies. Before I go into my strategies, here are some things I found extremely helpful to know. Corruption deals a set amount of damage. The more stacks, the more damage. Each tick, you accumulate corruption. That damage is doubled if you are outside the shield or if there is no shield on. So, it's important that you know your stacks, how many ticks of damage you can take, and use the healing to your advantage. For example, if you know that you're going to hit the alt button, but you have to take an 1800 blast, take the blast if it doesn't kill you, hit the alt button, don't use your food, go heal to full, and then continue the fight. There will always be a rock in the healing bubble. You should only divine or mine that rock when avoiding the super special hurdy attack. For the tower clicking agility minigame, it takes practice. What makes it wonky is the timing delay, as well as the slight camera movement from landing on each pillar. Once you learn the movement, it's so easy to consistently get that 25% boost every time. It took me about 5 runs until I could get it every single time. I'm at about 30 kills right now, and I've gotten it every single time since. So, take that as you will. And finally, and this was a major one that I recently discovered, if you hover over one of the shards in your bag, it says the total damage each deals, as well as the potential depending on your reaction bonus. That's very helpful. Okay, let's get into how I go about killing the boss. The beginning of the fight, I tend towards the large crystals up front. If you are in front of the pillars, you get attacked with a 3x3 blast that you can simply click away from. However, these rocks are larger and yield 2 shards each time. I do this at the beginning because it's when the corruption is the lowest, so you'll take the least amount of chip damage. You will have to disengage to one behind the pylon as the first 9 autos finish before you can finish skilling. Gather as much shards as possible before the second special attack activates. That is, when the bar hits 6, activate each Laren's special. The reasoning behind this is that the special freezes, meaning if you did not activate the first Rotten Suffer, the gate will start the next round with Rotten Suffer. This is extremely helpful because you can continue skilling, not needing to charge the pylon until the next special, as the Begone blast will not come out until the next rotation. Going into the main rotation, continue the strat until you kill the boss. Get hit with one Begone, and then when Rotten Suffer is about to proc, use each Laren special, meaning you start the round over with Rotten Suffer. During that Rotten Suffer, you go, while he's attacking the shards, you go heal a pylon. Continue. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. Don't subscribe. Or do. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.